Hello everyone, and welcome to the second royal reading of today, Thursday, and it is a big day. It's not only the Harkles' 4th wedding anniversary, although that may have happened 3 days earlier, of course. I have just done a reading on that to see how they are doing on their 4th wedding anniversary. Not great, according to that reading, but a much more interesting reading for me, and I'm sure for all of you, is the fact that Netflix is doing a fly-on-the-wall documentary about the Harkles. We're not allowed to call it a reality series. We are allowed to call it a docu-series. Netflix has nailed them to the wall and said, we are following you around and we are getting our money's worth from you Harkles. However many $100 million we didn't pay you, but thought we would make out of you and you thought you would make out of us. We want our money and we want our money's worth from you. So I am using the Mystic Mondays Tarot for this reading because it's a nice shiny deck, a little bit vulgar, but it's pretty simple, it's pretty straightforward to read. So no guesswork there. It's a very obvious deck. And I'm going to be looking at this first reading on this fascinating news story that has come out that the Harkles are involved in a Netflix documentary. Very funny. I'm delighted. I am so happy. Really makes it all worthwhile for me as a royal watcher who has suffered through all of this for so long, as most of you have as well. You've been following this for years in horror and dismay and amazement. And when that Netflix deal first broke, I was beyond mortified. I just couldn't believe it. It seemed so unfair. It seemed so horrific that they could just walk in and get that huge amount of money and produce content for Netflix to ignorant people, untalented, in my opinion, people talentless. That's a much better word. And now we are a couple of years later and no content, and Harry and Meghan being forced to allow the cameras into their home and follow them around. We saw the cameras in New York last year. We saw them being kicked out of the United Nations. We saw them trailing around the Invictus Games. Are they at the polo? Haven't really seen them. They seem to be trying to get into the royal circles for the Jubilee thing. Lots of things that I want to know. I want to know, let's just put that there so we can see the underlying energy. I want to know whether we're going to be allowed inside that mansion at Montecito and see more than just that plastic pot plant and the fireplace that we see in all of their videos. That's something I really want to know. Are we going to see their children? All of that. But just a general energy now, just some very general questions about this. We will go into specifics later on. Plenty of time to look at it. General energy underlying this whole thing. 9 of Swords in reverse is the stress and the worry card. Let's put the rest of the cards out the way. And there is the 9 of Swords, the sleepless nights, the worry, the oh no, what have I done? Life is a disaster, and how will I ever recover from this? It is in the reverse, trying to recover from a disaster, from stress and worry. And I think the stress and worry is on both sides. Netflix stress and worry and Harkle stress and worry. Things not going well for them. With the failed content, Netflix shedding subscribers, stocks falling, stock price falling. Harkles haven't produced any content, had Pearl cancelled. I don't think the Invictus Games is going to be a resounding success. Really, it's not the kind of content that people are going to renew their subscriptions to watch. It's not going to attract people to the streaming service when there's so many now out there competing for subscription money and all the rest of it. But anyway, that's my opinion. Let us see a signifier for this situation, heart of the thing. What is going on? King of Cups. I think that they are trying to appeal to the public with this. It's trying to lure people back with this. It would have been more obvious if it was the King of Wands, which is PR and dazzle and come on. But they're trying to lure us back with feeling. with emotion and saying, come on, come and witness this thing, come and be part of it, and sympathize with the Harkles, share their pain, share their journey. Cups is much more touchy-feely. It's much more come into my house and have a cup of tea and share my world. It's more intimate, it's more empathetic. So I think that is what is going on with that card, that they are really trying to woo people, but in a very powerful way. And possibly there was a male energy at Netflix that just decided this. And apologies again for the barking that's going on tonight. Difficult for me to stop it right now, but anyway, the King of Cups, I think there might be somebody, it's not a hardcore energy that's coming off this, somebody, a decision maker at Netflix, decided this is what we have to do to salvage the mess. We're in it, we're financially down, depleted because of the Harkles, and we need to win back our subscribers with this, and so this is what we're going to have to do. So how do the Harkles feel about this? Again, told that this is not a reality show, this is not the Kardashians, this is not the Osbournes, this is not anything like that, and so far no sex tape, and thank the Lord for that. But this is a docu-series, or very serious, and this is why being seen handing out food parcels to people, delivering things during lockdown, all the vax nonsense that they were so on about, that they've quietly dropped, all the rest of it. So how do the Harkles feel about having to star in a Netflix docu-series? The High Priestess, I think they'd rather not, because it's the silence card. The High Priestess is the quiet and mysterious card of the Tarot deck, Major Arcana. I think they've got lots of secrets that they don't want out, quite honestly. And I haven't asked a specific question in this reading, because this is just testing the water, putting my toe in and saying, how is this going? Children, issues around that. Do you really want Netflix cameras in your house? When you may not even live in the house, according to some people's theories, where there may not even be children there. Secrets. They have secrets that they would like to keep hidden with that card, High Priestess. So this is a problem for them. It doesn't help them to suddenly have their aura of mystique broken down by having those Netflix cameras in the kitchen with him, while Prince Harry is trying to work the waffle maker that the Queen gave Archie for his birthday or Christmas or whatever it was, and things like that. Do we really want to see that? Does that really add to their aura of mystery, their royal adjacent aura of mystery? I've never been able to look at the Queen in the same light since I discovered that she ate her cornflakes out of Tupperware, for instance. Things like that. You want to think that they have their bone china out for breakfast. Anyway, so that is them. They want to keep the secret. They don't really like being exposed like this. How are we going to perceive the Harkles in this? And we are going to see them as the Five of Pentacles in reverse. I mustn't laugh at other people's misfortunes, because really they have brought me so much joy. I'm truly grateful to them, particularly now. I'm so happy that this is happening. It's a dream come true for me. Five of Pentacles, of course, is the poverty card, the exile card. We are going to see them as desperately trying to recover their fortunes, desperately trying to ingratiate themselves in situations that they have been excluded from. For instance, the royal family, the American political elite, the Clintons and the Obamas and all the rest of that. They are outcast, they are broke, and we're going to see that. But we are going to see them trying, because the card is in the reverse, the Five of Pentacles, trying to fix it, trying to put deals together on the phone to whoever, trying to inveigle themselves into situations, insinuate themselves into situations, charities, causes, all that kind of stuff. We're going to see it, and we're going to know it. It's going to be very clear to us that they are struggling. that they are not welcome in places where they thought that they would be most welcome, in fact, where they thought they would lead and dominate. For instance, being kicked out of the United Nations, as people speculate they were. I'm sure I did a reading on that a while back. It seems like eons ago, but the Netflix cameras were there on that New York tour. We're going to see it, and it's going to be painful to watch, actually, if you're a hardcore supporter. And so what is Netflix's intention with this? We've already seen the King of Cups out there. What is Netflix hoping to achieve with this? Wow, the Six of Cups in reverse. That's not a good card. It doesn't bode well for the Harkles. Really doesn't. Six of Cups is your past, your family, your friends, your history, your memories, happy memories when it's upright. Happy times, good times with old friends, things that you look back at and you're sentimental about, and it's in the reverse. I think, first of all, the Netflix relationship with the Harkles is broken. It might have started off on good terms whenever it did start, and a lot of people speculate it started even before they got married. And but those times now are past. Netflix is going to be focused on the negative aspects of Harry and Meghan's lives. This isn't about money. We've got cups going on here with Netflix. We're going to be looking at it through Netflix eyes. We're going to be looking at Harry and Meghan and how they have fallen out with everyone, how miserable they are, how they look at their past, their old friends, their family members that they have broken up with, ghosted, separated from, their traumas, their past traumas, their memories that are so traumatic. This is going to be the angle that Netflix is going to take, the editorial angle. I have not asked specifically in this reading who actually has editorial control of this. It's telling me right here with the King of Cups that I think Netflix has, that Netflix's intention is to play on heartstrings with this. And it's a Six of Cups again, a playing on heartstrings card. Look how sad their lives are because they're all alone. And their memories are so terrible, and they're alienated from all their friends and their family. We've got two cards of alienation here. We've got the Five of Pentacles in reverse and the Six of Cups in reverse. So it's going to be, as I say, again, grim watching if you are a Harkle sympathizer. Very interesting. How is it going to go for Netflix? Is this going to be a rip-roaring success for them? And that, of course, is financially. Princess of Cups, which is the Page of Cups, are not huge, and we got not getting Pentacles again. We're not getting money showing up at all in this reading. Very interesting. It's going to do what they wanted to do in the sense of appeal to people's emotions. The Page of Cups, the Princess as it's called in this Mystic Mondays Tarot, is an emotional message, an emotional communication. It is going to attract people who maybe feel a little bit sorry for Harry and Meghan, who are maybe a little bit seduced by their tale of woe and how they are struggling with their mental health and with the horrible families that they both have, the nasty people, the nasty press. How everybody has wronged them and how hard their lives are, and people are going to feel a little bit of sympathy for them. People are possibly going to show a little bit of interest, but it's low grade energy. This is not big. This is the intention in the center of it is the King of Cups. Big effort. It's powerful. But only the outcome for Netflix is only the Page. It's a minor card, a junior energy. So it's not going to be a big money spinner. It's not going to be hugely popular. It's not going to really dominate headlines or anything like that. It'll do. It's a communication card. The message is going to get across that they're trying to spin. You can see how the colors kind of tie in, the energies of these cards down here tie in. So from Netflix's point of view, it's going to be a minor success, I would say. Not going to be a radical success, a dramatic success like The Crown was when it first hit the screen, but it'll do. it will salvage something for Netflix. So final questions that I have, just in terms of content that we're going to see. What are we going to see of the Harkles at home? Just generally, more than the pot plant? Ooh, mysteries. They really don't want to show anything. The Moon card. The Moon and the High Priestess are the two secrets cards in the tarot. Don't want to show things. Don't want to reveal things. They are going to be very cautious about what they show. With that Moon card, you can see that things are submerged beneath the surface in that card, hidden. They are not going to let those cameras in further than that pot plant and that fireplace. No, sadly for us. But even that is going to be intriguing. It is going to be intriguing. We are all going to speculate about what is going on. It's going to be extremely strange. The Moon card is this very strange energy. You're not going to believe what you see. You are not going to believe what you see. When you see it, you're going to think, really? Did they fake that? Did they stage that? Was that really Archie? You're going to see the back of a head. You're going to see a little foot, little baby foot, blurred. You're going to wonder what on earth is going on. Is that really Montecito? Is that really Megan? Is that really a pregnancy? Or is that just a bump, a moon bump? All of that, all the strange energy is going to carry on. The mystery is going to continue. And what are we going to see of and the Moon, of course, is family and pregnancies and children and home and all of that. Just generally a big energy coming up here of mystery around the home and their lives together. Huge mystery around their lives together. We're not going to see the happy couple, put it that way, having breakfast in their from their Tupperware at all. It's all going to be very, very, very strange. And what are we going to see of them out and about in their charitable endeavours? How is that going to look? It's already looking bad from the Five of Pentacles in reverse. What is it going to be? It is smoke and mirrors. Major Arcana, the Magician. It is going to be all dazzle, all razzle dazzle, and nothing believable, because the Magician is busy trying to con us that this is what is really going on, trying to persuade us that they really are movers and shakers, they're really influential, they really are meeting with very high profile people, they're very important, they're very significant, they mix with only the best people, and it is all a show, it's all a pretense. Everything in this reading is telling me that the Harkles are in deep, deep trouble, which we are going to see. Nine of Swords, underlying energy of this thing, deep, deep trouble that the Harkles are in. Lots to hide, lots to cover up, lots that they don't want us to know, but we will find out because we will see the Five of Pentacles. They are trying their best to bamboozle us. Netflix is going to manage to tug at heartstrings with us and edit it to make it look sad, and poor Harkles and trying their best in these terrible circumstances that they find themselves in that mansion in California. And I don't think we're going to fall for it, however much they try and convince us otherwise. This card has come up twice today. Very interesting that they are investing a lot of time and effort, and I think money, in trying to convince us of things that are beyond salvaging, beyond convincing us of. Terrible grammar to end this reading. Do apologise. Thank you for watching, and do enjoy the series when it comes out. I personally cannot wait.